Hi, and welcome to day...
Oh, wait.
Hi, and welcome back to the Missy Bookshelf. Today is day 14 of Venom. I am 2 weeks in. This is insane. Today is another non-bookish video because in a month there's not a whole lot of videos you can do that are entirely bookish. I'm sure if I actually tried, I could. But you know, it's my channel and I can do what I want. And on Friday, as well as the Paramore release of After Laughter, was the season finale of Riverdale. And we have some thoughts that we want to share.
A lot of thoughts.
A lot of thoughts. A lot of them negative. Mostly negative.
So let's cover the positive first.
Yes.
First of all, Cheryl for Queen.
Yeah.
Cheryl's my mom now.
Cheryl is amazing.
Cheryl's goals.
That scene though. Oh, by the way, there's gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't seen any of the
Just
season,
put spoilers in the title because, like, let's go.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go. Let's wreck it.
That scene with Cheryl and the candle and epic.
And that last shot of her watching her house burn, I loved like how the lighting was and the features on her face were all there. It was so good. It was so good. I was like, that's it. That is the face of
Riverdale.
Yep, there it is. Another good point. The first pun, the initial line was worth the 12 hours that I certainly wasted of my life watching Riverdale. Yeah. Although I don't want to be too hard on it, but I expected a lot more from it, which is pretty much the theme of this video. I expected more.
Yeah. Because Riverdale, with Pretty Little Liars, which is on ABC, ending this year, Riverdale had the opportunity to become the next Pretty Little Liars. It had the dark aspect of it, it had murder, it had mystery, but what it didn't have was good series.
Nope. See, as two people that theorized, and really
a lot
took it together, we're both huge fans of,
yes.
Well, I'm a huge fan of true crime, I don't know how deep you go into that, but like theorizing, obviously, she has a philosophy major.
Yeah.
A degree in philosophy and English. She knows how to pick stuff apart. I'm just a boob. So, like, I like true crime, I like solving it out. I'm really sad that it didn't get to go to trial, because I would have loved to see everybody in, like, court attire, like, getting ready to go. And, like, Cheryl, can you imagine what she would look like? Or, like, Veronica. We both thought that it was Hermione Lodge who did it.
We had...
Or who at least was going to get convicted for the murder.
We had a full-out theory behind Hermione Lodge, and it was a good one.
It was a good one, because there's little things, like, in the first 2 episodes, they reference In Cold Blood. So, obviously, it should be someone that has no connection to the person. What was I saying?
So, they mentioned In Cold Blood twice,
exactly.
Which, if you know what In Cold Blood's about, and I haven't read it, I haven't watched it, but I did look it up because they did mention it a couple times. I was like, there's some significance here. And basically it's about murders that occurred where the 2 people that did the murdering had no connection to the victims.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so there's a very good chance that Jason, whoever killed Jason, had no initial connection to them that you could see. This would be Hermione, because Hermione and Veronica were outsiders at the beginning of the show. And it's not going to be Veronica because she's a child.
Yeah. It's not going to be any of the main cast, so we can count them out. Hermione works, but it's certainly not going to be his parents, and it's certainly not going to be anybody who had beef with his parents, which kind of takes Hiram out, because he did have beef with the Blossoms, which makes kind of, like, initially, we're talking initially. But it certainly wouldn't be his father. And as a student of psychology, I can tell you right now, the parents don't kill their kids like that.
No, they're not going to shoot them point blank in the forehead without flinching.
Exactly. You don't raise a child and then kill them. You don't do that. Like, it doesn't, unless you have some kind of psychological issue that is very obvious, that could have been seen from Clifford, which nobody mentioned that he was a little off of anything, or like that he had any kind of issues.
The only thing we knew about Clifford was he
has a room full of wigs.
He has a room full of wigs.
And he's rich, so...
Okay, so when we get to the episode 12 where we're told that it is Clifford, we're like, okay, I'm okay with it not being Hermione. I was okay with that. I think we had a good theory there, but it just can't be Clifford. So then we were like, okay, there's Wiggs. Maybe he's a twin.
Exactly. Maybe he's a twin. Maybe someone dressed up as Cliff Blossom and did that, because psychologically speaking, parents don't do that to their kids. The only way the kid, well, not only, like, I don't want to blanket it, but typically when parents kill their kids, it's indirectly. It's like they drove into a tree or something. Like, maybe they intentionally did it, but there's no way that a parent would physically kill their child, like, directly while looking them in the eye.
Yeah.
Unless they have psychological issues that are more or less apparent. Like,
and
a normal presenting person would not do that.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be as sensitive as possible, but I'm very passionate about this right now.
And yes, Clifford did hang himself. Hanger. But you're led to believe that he killed himself because he killed his son. He was like feeling bad or didn't want to get caught. But I think it was entirely because of the drugs. I think it was the drugs and the fact that his business is going down the tubes, and he just didn't want. He was a captain who did not want to sink with his ship.
Yep. Or, like, I'm kind of hoping in season 2 they're going to reveal that it wasn't him, or maybe the wig thing. Because why would you show us that he has a room full of wigs? I don't understand why we were shown that, if not to say he didn't do it.
Like, they were building up to this big thing, and then you're just let down.
Exactly. It was, there wasn't good enough payoff.
No.
And it's not something you like to experience. So, needless to say, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, like, I was so pumped for that final episode. I was like, this is gonna be it. They're gonna, like...
You know what? Maybe it was Molly Ringwald.
Twist it all around. Do it. And then, like, that scene where Archie's, like, punched... Because I watched the trailer. And the trailer looked really freaking good. And then I got up extra early to watch it. Sat here with my mother. Watched it. I was so disgusted the other time. When the episode ended, I literally turned to her and said, that was utter bullshit.
Yeah. Some other loose ends I want to mention that could have been something. Miss Grundy.
Yeah.
What was that? I thought she was being, like, blackmailed into luring Archie to the lake where someone would have a hit on a red-haired kid, and it was
She seemed like
Jason.
A very pointless character. Like, they would have been better off having an old teacher play actual Miss Grundy, and then she just be a teacher.
Right. And Molly Ringwald looking like a blossom with her red hair and her red lips. I thought there was going to be something like Archie was going to be a blossom, like the true heir or something. Exactly. That's why he had a hit out on him. That's why Miss Grundy brought him to the lake, and that's why Jason accidentally got picked up.
Instead of, like, Polly being a blossom.
Yeah, that was just... And, like, the incest thing, we're like, it's incest, but it's, like, it's not close enough that it's really gross,
it would have been
still uncomfortable.
Like, if it was Cheryl and Jason...
Polly, I found that was, like, less of a payoff. We didn't see Polly snooping around Thornhill enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I thought Polly was, like, secretly planning some, like, good bullshit. Or something good. But, no, she was just walking around. Like, it just, I don't know, it just wasn't...
To quote one of my coworkers, the show gave up.
The show gave up.
The show gave up. They had something really good, and they just gave up.
Yeah, they were like, you know what? They're gonna watch it anyway, which, true, facts.
True.
And, for season 2, if I have time to watch it, like, if it's right in my life when it comes back on, I'll watch it, but it's not really something that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, like, if Archie had been the one to die or get shot at the end of the final episode, I would be more inclined and more excited for season 2, but it was Fred. I don't really care about Fred. Like, sure, it's like, oh,
Archie's dad. Archie's getting more emotions. Can't wait to hear about that. He's such a saddle.
Right? He's gonna be able to write so many songs.
Can't wait. Yeah, Archie's music career, what happened with that? Josie and the Pussycats, a lot of wasted potential with that.
And why didn't Sabrina show up in the last episode?
Exactly. Where's Sabrina?
Yeah.
Like... I want to see some witchcraft happen. Is she going to be an actual witch? Are we going to introduce magic? What's going on in this universe? I have
Why would they mention something wicked this way comes if they're not going to introduce
if something
a witch?
wicked isn't coming this way?
Exactly.
Nothing wicked came.
My intention for season 2 is I'm going to give it 1 episode. I will watch the premiere episode when it comes around, and if it hasn't drawn me in enough, or if it's the same utter BS that they gave us this season, at the end of the season, then I'm not going to give it my time.
Yeah.
I'm just going to continue on with other shows that actually put in effort.
Yeah. 100%. But to end on a positive note, I will say the costume design in this show was absolutely phenomenal. I want to be Betty Cooper. I want to be Cheryl Blossom. I want to be both of them mixed together.
And Veronica.
Yeah. And like, just translating Jughead's hat into
yes, oh my gosh.
a modern sense.
I want that hat.
Or,
And like even Jughead started off really strong, slacked in the end.
got basic. They got basic.
Basic. Yes.
You know, they took the easy way out. But again, positive note. We gotta end on a positive note. I'm really glad to see Molly Ringwald there.
Yeah.
It was really nice. Alice Cooper, she got better. Because at first I was like,
yes,
bitch.
she did
but now
get
I'm
better.
like, queen. Like, I love her. I want to be her. Goals.
Yeah.
Goals. Alice Cooper's goals. And Alice Cooper. Alice Cooper and Alice Cooper are both goals.
Yes. If you don't know who the other Alice Cooper is, I will stick a picture right here. So that is it. Let us know down in the comments what you thought about season 1 of Riverdale. Are you planning on continuing and watching it? Did you watch it at all? If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I will see you tomorrow.
And follow my Instagram. Thanks.
Bye.
Can we? I'm not about to lisp. Oh my god, did you get that?
Yeah.
It's okay, start over.